In this video, we'll take a thoracic sling deep dive.
So this will look very different depending on your individual horse. If they're not capable of lifting through the thoracics, then reward any try that you get at all. Because what you want to do is really teach them, I can come up, I can engage, I can actually lift through there. When they're not able to do that, any kind of try is really important. So it's not about backwards or falling out behind from the pelvis. It's about lifting in the front. So what that exercise does is it really opens up all of the wither area, all of the space in between the shoulders.
When done correctly, it also opens up the dorsal spinous processes and engages the abdominals.
Then we want to lift this area here. So she is very established in this exercise. So what I'm doing is just making energy with the whip upwards and asking her to just come up a little bit in the chest. Yes. So again, any kind of try, I want to just say, yes, that's this exercise is really going to look different for everybody depending on where you are. So even just a little bit of, I can just come up, it then rewards. The first few for her will look a little bit less. So I'm going to go again. So whip energy. Now, if your horse doesn't know that, then what you can do is use your hand. So if your horse doesn't know about energy and the whip and like that communication, then what you can do is just use your hand here to direct energy up into the withers. So there, like that. So what we're looking for is that, like, it's a push up, like she's pushing up through the forelimbs and lifting all through this area. So what you should see is your line of your back from withers to pelvis gets less curved. Okay, so then we can walk on again. So again, we just come out of that, let them flop around, find their own little position again. And then halt again. And then do the lift again. I'm going to do it from here this time. Good. So it's not necessarily a backward thing. Backward is a little bit cheating. It's more of a lift thing. There. We want lifting rather than backwards. So it's not. So here, I'm just going to come out of that again because she's having a little bit of a thought of, I'm going to avoid the thing and go backwards. So then we try again. So what we want is just a lift. So energy in the whip, better. So if you go too far, then sometimes they can just go a little bit back. And we don't want back, we just want push up.
This horse's range of motion is a little bit more limited, so the lift is much more subtle. He is pushing more through the chest, which means that it is quite difficult for him to lift the sternum and ribcage up and back towards the hindquarters.
Just a lift. So what you see is the front legs get straighter. There's less weight pushing through the chest. She looks like someone has put more air into the rib cage. So like puffing up a balloon, they get more broad when you do that lift. So it's a really good exercise. If your horse struggles with weight distribution, tips a little bit on the front, finds it difficult to balance, gets a little tense in the neck, However, again, if you're rehabbing, be careful because you want to do appropriate exercises for where you are.